Good morning all of you. Welcome to your software engineering class. In this session, I will teach you spiral model. In the previous video class, I have discussed about waterfall model, iterative model, prototyping model and evolutionary model. And this is the last model and important model because it combines all the features of SDLC models like iterative, prototyping and evolutionary model, and it is also known as meta model. Okay, I will teach you about spiral model, its phases of spiral model, advantage and disadvantage of spiral model and comparison of each model. So let's briefly discuss about spiral model. Let's discuss about spiral model. Spiral model is proposed by Barry Boehm in 1988. It is also known as meta model because it combines the features of prototype model, iterative waterfall model and evolutionary model. Okay, so and the spiral model is look like a coil, so it is known as spiral model, and the loop may be differ from project to project. The loop differ from project to project because the developer decide how many loop are there in a software development. Okay, so each model is divided into 4 quadrant or sector. Okay, and each loop means it start from here. A single loop is also known as a phase of a software development. Okay, this is a single loop. Then here it is the next loop. Okay, this is the next loop. A single loop generate a version of a software. Then again it evaluated by the customer. Then again it generate another version of the software. In each loop, it generates a new version of the software. Okay. The first quadrant is known as planning or determine the objective. In this case, the developer gather the information from the customer and do the planning. Planning means cost estimation, time scheduling and alternative solution. What may be the alternative solution for the problem? In this case, they do the planning, all type of planning in this quadrant. Okay. Next, in second quadrant, in this, it identify and resolve risk quadrant. Okay, means what are the risk associated with the solution, all type of solution, and what are the strategy to resolve the risk. These are identified in the second quadrant. And the low risk solution is taken and a prototype is developed. Means in second quadrant the developer develop the prototype. Okay. In second quadrant the developer develop the prototype. Got it? Then in third quadrant is the development stage. Means actual development taken place in third quadrant. The design, the coding, testing. Okay, these are the third quadrant. And the software is given to the customer in the third quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, the customer evaluate the software and the feedback given to the developer. And then again the developer plan according to the feedback of the customer. Okay, means here in this case, first time it determine the objective, do the planning, and in this case it It identify the risk of all solution and take the low risk solution to develop the prototype. Means here it develop the prototype. Okay. Next, in this phase, the developer develop the software in this third quadrant and give to the customer. And in this case, the customer, in this stage, the customer evaluate the software and give feedback to the developer. Then again it start the second loop. Okay. Then in second loop again it continues. Okay. And this iteration takes place until the software is fully developed or the customer is fully satisfied. So this model have features of all the SDLC model, means like iterative model, prototype model and evaluationary model. But this model is too expensive and it can be used in a large software development case. Okay.
Spiral model. Spiral model is proposed by Barry Boehm in 1988. Spiral model is an evolutionary software process model which is a combination of an iterative nature of prototyping and systematic aspect of traditional waterfall model. Means spiral model is the combination of evolutionary, iterative, prototyping and waterfall model. So spiral model is also known as meta model. In its diagrammatic representation, it looks like a spiral with many loops. The exact number of loops of the spiral is unknown and can vary from project to project. Each loop of the spiral is called a phase of the software development process. The exact number of phases needed to develop the product can be varied by the project manager depending upon the project risk. Means spiral model diagram looks like a coil with many loops and the loop vary from project to project, and each single loop is called a phase of the software development process, and the number of loops depend on the project, that is decided by the project manager depending upon the project risk. Okay. The team must decide how to structure the project into phases. Start work using some generic model, add extra phases for specific projects or when problems are identified during a project. Each loop in the spiral is split into 4 sectors or quadrants. The project manager decide how many loops may be in the project, and it can be increases, the loop may be increases in the project development while they identify any problem. And each loop of the project, each loop is divided into 4 sector or 4 quadrant, and the sectors are: first sector is known as planning, and next is risk analysis, third one is development and testing, and fourth is evaluation. This is the diagram of spiral model. The first quadrant is determine objective, and the next is identify and resolve risk. Okay, and the third one is develop next level of product, and the fourth is customer evaluation of prototype. In the first quadrant, the developer do the planning and determine the objective of the project. Means in this quadrant the developer do all type of planning like cost estimation, time scheduling, and define the alternative solution for the problem. In the next quadrant, they evaluate each alternative solution and the best solution is taken and find the risk associated with it and resolve the risk. And after resolving the risk, the best solution is taken and a prototype is built. Means in second quadrant, the developer build the prototype. Then the next phase is the development phase. Actual development take place in third quadrant. The code design, coding, testing, these are the activities during third phase. And after the project is built, it given to the customer. Then in the next phase, customer evaluate the software and give feedback to the developer. Okay, this is a single loop activity. Then after according to the feedback of the customer, then next loop started. Again the developer determine the objective, do the planning. Then in second quadrant again identify and resolve risk, identify the best solution and resolve the risk and build the prototype. In the third quadrant again the developer develop the software and again it given to the customer. Customer then evaluate the new software. Okay, so this process goes on until the customer is satisfied. Let's discuss all the quadrants in details. So in the first quadrant, the developer determine the objective, okay, and do the planning. The main things is in first quadrant, the developer identify the problem, determine the objective, identify the alternative solution and do all types of planning. Objectives determination and identify alternative solution. Requirements are gathered from the customer and the objectives are identified, elaborated and analyzed at the start of every phase. Then alternative solution for the phase are proposed in this quadrant. Means in this quadrant they gather information for the customer from the customer and identify the objective, identify the alternative solution and do the planning. Then the next quadrant. The next quadrant is identify and resolve risk. During the second quadrant, all the possible solutions are evaluated to select the best possible solution. Then the risk associated with that solution is identified and the risks are resolved using the best possible strategy. At the end of this quadrant, prototype is built for the best possible solution. Means in second quadrant, the developer evaluate all alternative solution and take the best solution and identify the risk and resolve it by the best possible strategy. Means in this case risks are resolved for the best solution and the prototype is built according to the best solution. Means in second quadrant the developer build the prototype. Then the third quadrant. The third quadrant is develop next version of the product. During the third quadrant, the identified features are developed and verified through testing. At the end of the third quadrant, the next version of the software is available. means in third quadrant the actually development taken place. The developer develop the software and test it and give to the customer. Review and planning for the next phase. This is the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, the customer evaluate so far developed version of the software. In the end, planning for the next phase is started. Means it evaluate the software and give feedback, and the planning for the next phase means planning for the new loop is started in the fourth quadrant. And again a new loop started, again in new loop they determine the objective. The first phase is determine the objective, then again risk analysis and prototype, build the prototype. In third phase again they build the software, and again in the fourth step they evaluate the new version of the software. Okay, means this loop continue. With each iteration around the spiral, progressively more complete version of the software get built. Mean after each loop the more complete version of the software is get built. Spiral model as a meta model. Means spiral model is known as meta model. The spiral model is called as a meta model because it subsumes all the other SDLC model. For example, a single loop spiral actually represents iterative waterfall model. The spiral model incorporates the stepwise approach of the classical waterfall model. The spiral model uses the approach of prototyping model by building a prototype at the start of each phase as a risk handling technique. Also, the spiral model can be considered as supporting the evolutionary model. The iterations along the spiral can be considered as evolutionary level through which the complete system is built. Means the spiral model is known as meta model because each loop represents the iterative waterfall model, and the stepwise approach of classical waterfall model is also used. And in the second quadrant it build the prototype, means it take the features of prototyping model, and in each loop it evaluate a new version of the software. This is the features of evolutionary model. Means spiral model combine the features of all SDLC model: waterfall model, iterative model, prototype model and evolutionary model. So spiral model is known as meta model. Okay. When to use spiral methodology? Means in which type of project the developer use spiral model. When project is large, when release are required to be frequent, when creation of prototypes is applicable, when risk and cost evaluation is important for medium to high risk project, when requirements are unclear and complex, when changes may require at any time. Means in these cases we can use spiral model. In this type of cases the developer use spiral model to develop the project. Next is advantage of spiral model. The main advantage is risk analysis. In this model we can analyze the risk and handle it. So first point is risk handling. The project with many unknown risks that occur as the development process. In that case, spiral model is the best development model to follow due to the risk analysis and risk handling at every phase. Good for large project. It is recommended to to use the spiral model in large and complex project. Flexibility in requirement. Change request in the requirement at later phase can be incorporated accurately by using this model. Customer satisfaction. Customer can see the development of the product at the early phase of the software development, and thus they habituated with the system by using it before completion of the total product. First advantage of spiral model is risk handling. Means through this model the developer can handle the risk, and this type of model can be used in large project, and the requirement can be changed in later phase also. And in this type of model, the customer can use the software very early, so the requirement are clear, and so customer also habituated with the project. These are the main advantage of spiral model. Then disadvantage of spiral model. Okay, spiral model is complex. The spiral model is much more complex than other SDLC model. Expensive. Spiral model is not suitable for small project as it is expensive. Too much dependable on risk analysis. The successful completion of the project is very much depend on risk analysis. Without very highly experienced expertise, it is going to be a failure to develop a project using this model. Difficulty in time management. As the number of phases is unknown at the start of the project, so time estimation is very difficult. So the disadvantages are, first of all, it is complex and expensive, and the spiral model is too much depend on the risk analysis. So we need experience and expertise analyst to analyze the risk, and the time management is also difficult. Means the spiral, the loop may be increases, so time may be increases. So the time management is difficult in the spiral model. So this is all about your spiral model. Okay, spiral model is combine all the features of waterfall, iterative, prototyping and evolutionary model. The next point is comparison of different life cycle model. The first model is classical waterfall model. Classical waterfall model can be considered as the basic model, and all other life cycle model are based on this model. It is an ideal model. However, the classical waterfall model cannot be used in practical project development, since this model does not support any mechanism to correct the error that are committed during any of the phases but detected at later phase. This problem is overcome by the iterative waterfall model through inclusion of feedback path. Means the first basic model is waterfall model, but it is idealistic one because we cannot use it in practical development, because in waterfall model we cannot go back to previous phase to detect the error, and to overcome this limitation iterative waterfall is used. These are the phases of waterfall model. Waterfall model has 6 phases: feasibility study, requirement analysis, design, coding, testing, and maintenance. In this case, the waterfall model says that the engineer does not commit any error while developing a software, but practically it is impossible. If there is any error in design phase and we recognize in testing phase, we cannot go back to rectify it. Okay, we cannot go back to rectify the error. So this model is an idealistic model. We cannot use it in practical development case. Next is iterative waterfall model. The iterative waterfall model is probably the most used software development model. This model is simple to use and understand, but this model is suitable only for well understood problem and is not suitable for the development of very large project and projects that suffer from a large number of risks. Means the iterative waterfall model is most widely used software model, but this model is only used when the requirement is clearly known to the developer and with low risk project. This model is used. Okay. This is the diagram of iterative waterfall model. The phases are same as waterfall model, but the main difference is that the iterative waterfall model have feedback path. We can go back to any phase and rectify the error. This is the main difference. Okay. Then the next model is prototyping model. The prototyping model is suitable for project which either the customer requirement or the technical solution are not well understood. This risk must be identified before the project start. This model is especially popular for the development of the user interface part of the project. Means when the requirement is not clear and the technical solution are not clear, at that type of project the developer use prototyping model. Mostly it is used for developing the interface. This is the diagram of prototyping model. Okay, so first it gather the requirement, then the developer develop the quick design, then build prototype, then customer evaluation of the prototype. Again according to the customer feedback they refine the requirement, again the quick design. Okay, means first of all they develop a prototype. After developing a prototype, when the prototype is approved by the customer, then the actual development start. Actual development start with iterative model. After approval of the prototype, then the developer design, detailed design, then coding, then testing, then maintenance. Okay, these are the phases of prototyping model. Prototyping model also combine the features of waterfall model. Means the actual software is developed by iterative waterfall model. Then the next model is evolutionary model. The evolutionary model is suitable for large project which can be decomposed into a set of modules for incremental development and delivery. This model is widely used in object-oriented development project. This model is only used if incremental delivery of the system is acceptable to the customer. The next model is evolutionary model. Evolutionary model used in large project where the developer can decompose the software in different modules and the incremental development and delivery is acceptable by the customer. Okay, means in evolutionary model, first a core module is developed and given to the customer, then new module is added to the core module and again it given to the customer. Means each time in each release the developer added a new module with new functionality. The process goes on until the customer is satisfied. Then the last model is spiral model. The spiral model is considered as a meta model as it includes all other life cycle model. Flexibility and risk handling are the main characteristic of this model. The spiral model is suitable for the development of technically challenging and large software that is prone to various risks that are difficult to anticipate at the start of the project, but this model is more complex than other model. Means spiral model is known as meta model and it is very much flexible, means the requirement can be clear in each loop and the risk handling characteristic of this model is very important. Okay, so any technically challenged and large software may be developed using spiral model, but this model is very much expensive and complex. So this is the diagram of spiral model. The spiral model has many loops and the loops may be vary project to project, and each loop is divided into 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is determine objective. In this quadrant, the developer gather the information, determine the objective, find the alternative solution and do all type of planning. In the next phase, it evaluate all the alternative solution and take the best solution, identify and resolve the risk for the best solution and build a prototype. Means in second quadrant the spiral model build a prototype. Then the third quadrant, in the third quadrant the actually software is built and given to the customer. Okay, means the designing, coding, testing is done in the third quadrant. And in the fourth quadrant the customer evaluate the software and do the planning. The planning started according to the feedback of the customer. Then again the next loop started. Okay, the process goes on continue until the fully developed software is built. And this spiral model is used in large project where the risk is more and the technical issue are more. At that case spiral model can be used, but it is expensive and complex. So in this video I have discussed about spiral model and compare with other model. Thank you.